Thank you so much, Tay. Cisco's been all in on this project. It's not just a grant or even the challenge today. Tay has been committed to this for a very long time. But it's not just Tay, it's also Kathy and the rest of the team at Cisco. So please join me in thanking Cisco for their generosity and their commitment. For Tay, when you talk to her about this, you know it's personal for her. Well, it's also personal for me. My family and I immigrated to this country when I was a little boy, and we didn't have much. So getting here was impossible without the help of folks who actually paid for our trip and helped set us up. And my 5 siblings and I and my sister made it through some very difficult times in the Bronx because people extended a hand and they helped us. And these were everyday heroes, right? We know these people. They're all around the United States in every socioeconomic group. And their example inspired me a few years later when my then girlfriend, now wife, and I decided to ditch our law firm jobs and go back to Albania, where my family's from, and to serve for a year. And when Rob asked earlier for folks to serve, who served to stand, I stood because I wasn't part of the Peace Corps, but we had created our own service year. We had owned it. And what I discovered since then is that service is a journey, right? It's a journey of transformation, that the more we gave, the more we got back. We were inspired to serve, and by serving, we inspire others. And of course, that's what national service is about, right? That's the power of national service. And we see it all over America. We see that when people from Berkeley and Boston, or Dallas and Dayton, right, from Seattle and Savannah, serve together, when they struggle together, when they sacrifice together, they get closer to each other, right? To the communities they serve, and in fact, closer to the country that they serve. That they learn things about themselves. That they learn teamwork, perseverance, sacrifice, innovation, right? Skills that they can take to the marketplace, to the workforce, and that they inspire others. And it's this kind of transformation that really matters to the National Conference on Citizenship, because we were founded in 1946 to strengthen civic life in America. And I can't think of a better way to do that than to back this program. Can you? This is it. This is how we do it. This is how we strengthen citizenship. This is what we can do together to make our mark, as people talked about before. And of course, people are doing this, right? In AmeriCorps and other programs, we have tens of thousands of people. But we know that the demand outstrips the supply at this point. So we've been working with the Franklin Project to figure out, well, what's our role? What can we do? And Tay talked about creating this marketplace. And so what we want to do now is share that vision of what that marketplace could look like. So this is the idea, to take a little bit of volunteer match and Indiegogo and maybe eHarmony and put it all together, right? A place where people can find positions. So the idea is to be a complement to the AmeriCorps program. Wendy's doing a fantastic job, and give her a round of applause. But we know that the government can't do it alone, and if we want to achieve the vision that Stan and we collectively have for this movement, we have to democratize national service. It has to be that organizations, whether they're small or large, can be certified to offer these positions and certified positions as well. It has to be this easy to get on a website and find your match. And guess what? If there isn't an organization that has a position that you want to serve, it has to be that you can create that position, that you can crowdfund for it. And if you need some extra money, well, maybe you can crowdfund for some extra money as well, right? That this democracy and our effort to democratize this movement is essential to the growth of the movement. And so that's what we're trying to achieve. And this marketplace will help us do that. Now, the timeline for this is very important. We have to make sure that we get it right. Our goal this fall is to start the certification process, to test it, to make sure that it works. And then in the spring of next year, to fully test this platform through a pilot that will be in a geographic location. And we will pick that location fairly soon. And then the fall of 2015 to launch it publicly. There's a lot of work that needs to get done between now and then. And a big part of it is, yes, funding. We need more funding. But we also need folks to get together and help us in other ways as well. And there's a range of things that people can do. You can provide hosting services, software licensing, ad space, content management advice, and other advice. And so the question that I have for all of you is, can we do it? What do you think? Yes. Can we do it? Yes. Are we going to do it? Yes. And then the question for all of us individually is, what are we going to do individually? How do we play a role as individuals and also within our organizations? And to help all of us figure that out, we have here NCOC staff that can answer questions that you have, listen to your comments, but also give you advice about how you can help. And so I want to ask a few people to stand up. Shirley Sagawa is our Chief Service Officer. Give her a round of applause. Sandy Quinn is our Chief Technology Officer. Where's Sandy? There she is over there. Diane Tai is our Chief Partnership Officer. We also have Jeff Coates, is our Project Director. Kristen Bennett and Rachel Gwynn. So if you have questions, or if you have comments, if you have things you want to share, please find one of us and talk to us about this. I also want to thank the Franklin team, an amazing group of people led by Alan Casey and John Bridgeland. Give them a round of applause. And also Jay Mangone and his team in the back. Let's thank them as well. And Walter Isaacson for his support. And a real special thanks to Stan McChrystal. He's really doing a great job keeping us focused on the big idea. Every time we waver and we think, well, we can't do all of it, or maybe we'll just do a piece of it, Stan says, no, we're going to do the whole thing. So please join me in thanking Stan McChrystal. And thank you for everything you do and everything you're going to do. Thank you.